Hello, Miss Nelson here. Today I'd like to show you how you can use familiar rhyming patterns to help you recognize and read similar words that share the same pattern. I've chosen for you a really great book today called Boo to a Goose. It is written by Mem Fox and it is illustrated by David Miller. Now you may not be familiar with the expression boo to a goose, but geese can be very scary sometimes, and someone who is willing to say boo to a goose is considered to be brave and courageous. Let's get started. Oh, look at that goose. Oh my, what a fancy wig. I'd dance with a pig in a shiny green wig. Do you notice that pig and wig share the same rhyming patterns? It makes it very easy to read those words. But I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I'd ride on a roo. Now this is a really long word. We're going to have to tackle this one. I do notice that the ending is the same, so it's going to rhyme with roo. Let's see if we can stretch it out. Oh, look here. Here's a word we know at the ending. Roo-zoo. Let's put that together. I'd ride on a roo to Kalamazoo, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. Would you ride on a kangaroo? I don't know. I'd dive from a mountain right into a, here's the familiar ending again, mountain, fountain. Notice how those words share a rhyming pattern. I'd dive from a mountain right into a fountain, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. All right, let's see if we can take a look at the rhyming pattern. A-K-E, ache. And we see it again in this word, ache. I'd play with a snake if I found one awake, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I noticed that this book has rhyming patterns on every page. I'd gobble up snails from smelly old pails. Ales is the rhyming pattern, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I'd take a long walk from here to New York, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. Sometimes the words aren't spelt the same at the end, but have the same sound. I'd swim with a whale without going, we can use this ending, pale. I'd swim with a whale without going pale, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I'd feed my pajamas to giant piranhas, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. Oh, they are ripping those pajamas to pieces. All right, let's take a look at the rhyming pattern. Eat. I'd walk down the street with balloons on my feet, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I'd dye my hair yellow and make grandma, not really familiar with this word, but I see that it has the same ending as yellow. So let's see if we can figure it out. Bellow. Let's look at the picture. Bellow. Looks to me like she's yelling or screaming. I bet you bellow has a similar meaning. I'd dye my hair yellow and make grandma bellow, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I'd walk on my knees past a hive full of bees, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I'd eat all the butter from here to, oh, another challenging word. Let's look at the ending though. Udder, udda, close, similar. I can chunk it. Calcutta. Oh, I'd eat all the butter from here to Calcutta, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I'd skip across town with my pants hanging down, but I wouldn't say boo to a goose. Now look at everybody's face. Notice the pattern. Own, own, town and down. I'd do all these things quite bravely, you'd see, but I wouldn't say boo to one goose or three. Three, see? Those rhyming words. Because a goose once said boo to me. Thank you for reading with me today. I hope everyone enjoyed reading the story of Boo to a Goose and looking at all the fabulous rhyming patterns within the book. Please join me again next time. Bye.